Hello, folks. We're back for more VoD reviews. This time, NACL Challengers League action. It is FlyQuest Challengers against AOE. Should be an easy 2-0 for FLYC, right? No, actually, it was not the case. FLYC did not play very well in this series. AOE found a game. I'm going to say kind of almost found the series. They were more competitive than what I expected going in. So I'm looking forward to tuning in. Also, this is our first game of Aurora to kick things off, if anyone's interested in the new champ. So, yeah, that being said, thanks so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoy the content, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub, and follow me everywhere on Cubby XX, including Twitch, where you guys can join the live streams. So that said, let's dive on in. All right. First draft. FLYC. First pick Aurora. We're playing it. Zeri Malachi to answer. We have Vi, MF, and a Xayah. I will say, so I have mixed feelings on Xayah. I think that Xayah actually deals really well with MF in team fights. The lane, though, is really, really hard. So, for me, if you want to play Xayah, I think that you need to actually give support counterpick. I would prefer to see that. That said, AOE grab the Rel to try and combo off Mao and open up things for Zeri. Rel's Eye is a little bit of an awkward lane. I always prefer the Alistar side of this matchup. I know this is decent defense against Mao. It's not the worst, but this is pretty vulnerable to Mao. I was surprised that we had the Yasuo pick as the Gnar counter. Cozy, of course, does have some cojones. And, of course, will continue to eat the Akali ban for as long as they exist. Worth noting that it's a new roster for AOE, and hopefully the last one, as we have City Witty now in the jungle, and Mobility making his debut in Challengers League. So, that said, drafts. Need to win side lane here. Maybe we can pressure throughout the map. I think this was a good game for Yasuo in isolation and a bad game for Yasuo up top. I actually really wanted to see a Sylas pick. If you have Sylas and you take these two alts, you are fucking pogging. And yeah, I actually think Sylas would have been really good this game. So, I don't know if Cozy plays it or not, but I know we haven't seen a lot of Sylas. If I see Gnar and Alistar, I should always have Sylas in at least the back of my head. Yasuo ends up being pretty big this game. The win wall, we'll talk about that team fight when it comes. Win wall against MF is a really good interaction. But yeah. Anyway, first game of Aurora. So let's check it out. Oh, runes. Hey, yeah. All right, City going for first strike. That's fine. I think there's some value in phase rush always, but AP setup, AP what it do. Ooh, this is kind of surprising on MF. Usually, Sajed likes to go blue tree. Oh, we have electrocute for Aurora. Makes sense off the queue. No overgrowth for Surdy. You got Demolish. Green tree for Zeri. Do we need bone I guess we might. Bone pudding is not bad in this matchup. I would also prefer a second win. I think you get quite low from MF. But I'm always one. I think the bone plating is. Bone plating's good, but I think some lanes I'm a little bit out on bone plating. I prefer the second winner. If you can greed conditioning, I think the greeding is really good. You get a lot of stats. It's quite nice. You're going to be building those stats, and if you're going to rush Warmogs, then having conditioning on top of that's just more. You have a lot of health to go through with overgrowth. Having conditioning, you just get more resistance on top of that is quite nice. Looks like Cozy might have started E. As both of our junglers are working top to bot. In these crazy times. Yeah, I think once Breezy blows Aftershock, he's kind of dead. He doesn't see Shaden when he's doing this, and he does have someone rotating onto the crowd, but Shaden's here. And yeah. Rive Breezy. Breezy, did we just change our tag? No, that's I've rated Breezy before. It can't be Breezy. Unless Breezy just changed their tag. We get a sponsor deal, Breezy, in real time? No, I'm not. Oh no. Let's say we've rated Breezy on here. That's not the tag. Yeah, so you can see, like, Xayah for me is kind of short-ranged. And it's a lot easier for MF to set up the double up Qs. So I really like this lane for MF. It's just that in team fights, like, Xayah is kind of nice. But I do think Xayah is a little bit range-gated against a couple of the things that FLYC are rocking. So I didn't think it was the best game for Xayah, but... yeah, it's just me. Yeah, Cozy, zip, zoom in, trying to dodge. As bot gets in, it's a nice CS lead. We did have a first reset from Xayah. I appreciate this from AOE. They're down bot, but they did reset first, so this is their one wave to actually take Dragon, and they go do it. So well done, AOE. Rel Q and Maokai Q kind of nice for that. As we have Onat barely escaping. Key flash from Chime. The E doesn't connect for Bradley. Just a little bit of a miscommunication. If that connects, then Onat dies for sure. Also, I didn't love this ult for Bradley. Like, for me, I think that you want to set this ult up. He sets it up here, right? I want to set this ult up. So, like, to barely keep Onat in the circle, right? So, like, here. Because then, if Onat is able to escape, like, he needs to go this way, right? Or this way. He has the maximum amount to go. And if I set it up like this, then I can always use this wall to then jump to the other side where he is going to escape. So I actually want to set this up, like, towards his escape. I think this Bradley, like, just kind of defaults setting it up in the middle of the lane. It's like, this is a skill shot, right? So he does it over Onat. And then when Onat gets out, like, Bradley doesn't go here to port and then maybe find a play. Because I think if he does that and flashes, he actually has him. Maybe he felt like he died with a Q. But I think Bradley could have played that a little bit better. New champ. That's fine. Either way, the best comparison I've seen for Aurora is Ahri as a champion. Like, kind of what her strengths are and how she functions. It's like Ahri with a Camille ult. And I don't know. I feel like Aurora... I would be interested in Aurora if she's more of, like... What... Like, a top laner. I feel like she's more interesting top, which I hate range top laners, but I do think she's more interesting top. As we do have a play going down on 30. Worth noting here, a little bit of an awkward scenario for Shaden and Surdy. Shaden's on red buff right now, and City was spotted walking by. Oh, I missed that on the cast. So Surdy feels like he can go aggressive here because he has Shaden below. And Shaden did yoink red, but then Shaden spotted here. And we kind of lose track of City. And Shaden's not here. So a little bit split here from Surdy and Shaden. I think they win this 2v2 hard if Shaden's here. But Shaden gets spotted on a ward after the red buff instead of walking towards top lane where City Woody is spotted. We have red buff as Shaden. I'm really surprised we didn't go fight City. We're also up in items, which you can see, which we can hit tab. And we have top lane HP bar. So I think that we might have been calling for a mid dive. But this gets spotted out. And I can see a mid dive, right? Like, mid dive is actually a really good condition, but we end up getting a split here as FLYC. And like, Onat does sack the wave. He has no TP. Like, there is some power in showing there, but I mean, you can keep that lane state as long as possible. You don't have to dive that. I think you do have to go top here, especially given that City was showing on a ward. So I would prefer that Shaden goes top to help Surdy. I think they win the 2v2 hard. And if he's there, I do think they actually, like, that's a pretty winning condition for him. It's Aurora Aroa for Aurora. That is a mouthful. Jesus Christ. Okay, good ult for mobility, but it's still a normal ability. It's a Hex Flash for an ult, so worth well played. Breezy showstop has flash. 30 is out of there. Onat under a little bit of pressure mid. Getting chunked out pretty well by Aurora. I think Aurora can definitely be seen as an answer into Marksman. I just don't think that Aurora can be blinded next patch because I will very much encourage teams to slam Orianna into this champion and profit. Slam Ori and profit. We have bot pro here. And City did deny Blasco and has good vision setup. But FLYC can definitely answer. Oh, actually, they spotted the grubs being taken, so it's also an answer off that. It is 6 grubs for FLYC. I think 6 grubs is really dangerous to give away, and I think that FLYC can have used that really well this game. Like, Vi attacking side, really, really good for the 2v2. Really nice ult here from Bradley. Like, they're all fucking stuck. It doesn't matter the Chime, like, whiffs. Actually, it kind of did matter. Chime whiffed. It's fine. The vision was there, you know. Nice wraparound. Mobility did escape, but the idea to wrap around on mobility, who would be down flash, is good, and they still get breezy for it. The answer, though, is good. So, double TP comes in from AOE. It's a big investment. But they get 2, and then Chime gets out hilariously. They should have gotten 3. So, I guess by those metrics, I mean, Onat is sacking... Like, they're sacking both sides for this. Tops and mid is not. So we're giving place over to Aurora, but it's a winning play. So, not bad. I do think Shaden could have escaped. Oh, no. He's Chucky fucking. He's Chucky fucking. Alright. I think he should have went down, honestly. Like, if he goes down, at least mobility is not involved in the play. Chime could also take one more and then just sack himself. Yeah, if Chime took one more and sacks himself, it's actually way better. So. Alright. So 2 Drakes, but we're down 2k. I don't really know how FLYC got in this position. It's not bad for them. 80s are mid. We're happy. Wait, what? This not trap Onat? What the fuck? Is that supposed to trap? That's technically a dash, right? But if we go over terrain, it doesn't count? That's bullshit. I mean, I think Aurora ult is already bullshit, so maybe I'm down for that to escape Aurora ult. But wow, I did not think that was the interaction. Nice Q from Cozy. Or wind wall from Cozy to block the Gnar Q. Still, War of Attrition is going over to Surdy. And nice rotation here from FLYC just to threaten bot and push off Onat, who was brought low by Aurora. So good job, Bradley. Oh, actually, nice Q3 here from Cozy. Yeah, that stops Gnar ult. And if Gnar ult does go off from Surdy, I think Surdy got a little bit greedy here. I think that this is one where you want to actually R now. So I actually think it was a misplay from Surdy. I know that you aren't going to get the wall bang, but you aren't going to get it anyway. If you wait till you're past, then Cozy can always dash in. So I think you have to ult while you're behind Yas. And yes, you will set it up, but we can ult him this way so that we push him towards our jungler, and then his E is like, yes, it is away, but at least it's not towards the turret. So our goal is to set it up so like he has to E in an awkward spot, but he's like going towards our jungler. So I think going straight down and R'ing mid hop would have been the move there for Surdy. Well played, Cozy. I do think that was a misplay. I think that that's a kill if played properly by Surdy. This was bold by Bradley, but I like kind of appreciate it. His other port back, he got caught. So he used this to get out of mobility ult, but then he gets caught by Maokai root, and then he gets stunned up, so he can't take another port back, and it times out, so he gets one tapped. Sounds like being a fine fight for FLYC. His mobility is down sums, and then Surdy can get in. And frontline's better for FLYC. Also, the re-engage from Chimere is quite good. Because it finds Breezy too. Yeah. Well played. FLYC is really good at using their health bars as a resource for the most part. And I think this is a good example of that in the fight. So Onat escapes, but still one fight, and they get to return to the Drake. Vi should melt, and no one drops from FLYC outside of, I believe, Breezy. So not bad. And the top wave is like really good. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the attempt from Bradley. He gets a lot of damage down, but yeah, I mean, at least he gets everything out of mobility, so it opens up for Shade. Actually, didn't see Gnar ult. Oh, Gnar ult. It got Maokai? Okay. The Q flash from Chime was really nice. Alright, I get Cozy flash. Well played, Surdy. Pretty clean from FLYC. So this happened after they forced Cozy out. Onat comes in to grab the wave. Right? So we see everyone topside. FLYC gets to play out the waves. No one can really match Aurora right now, which is pretty big. Aurora's big. And then we tried a 20-minute Baron. This was bold. But they do knock City Witty out, and they sack Chime for it. So I respect the boldness. And they have a top turret to retreat to. And AOE, you know what? Props AOE. This is the right fucking call. I'm super down for this, by the way. I think it's a nice win wall from Cozy. Oh, actually, no. It should have been Sajad. But you know what? They try. And there's only one Baron up afterwards. So I actually think like this is a good push from AOE. The Baron was definitely greedy from FLYC, and I really appreciate that AOE called him on it and just fucking dove. Like, just send Breezy in, and if he dies, he dies. See how much you get. That was the right call from AOE. So, still, if I guys take Baron off the map, I do think that's nice for them, and they at least have Aurora. So, at the moment, it is a slightly negative Baron power play. They also get a turret. It is still a negative Baron power play, but you do take Baron off the map. We haven't really talked about scaling. I don't know what scaling is like this game because I'm not too familiar with Aurora yet. I don't know if like Aurora should mega scale or not. I do think the FLYC, their comp should, for the most part, out interact AoE. I think it's a little bit easier to execute. I don't think scaling is gonna like super matter this game. FLYC's in a good shape. This is the banger fight. Okay, this is the fight that AoE turns. This was really aggressive, and Cozy gets a shield off, so this shield stops him at fault. Like, we're going on a flashless Yasuo, and if we do one-shot him, it's good, but there's a wind wall right here. So MF ult ends up going to the wayside. I think the only way that we can turn this fight is if Surdy were to hop and ult. I don't know if he has hop or not, so let me go back and see if he does. He just TP'd in. I do not see him hop. He does not hop. Okay, because what's going to happen here is Breezy finds a thickie. And I think that Surdy has to interrupt this, because Chime doesn't have his sums. Yeah, it's big. Surdy goes in afterwards, but it's too late. Because they find the Zeri, the Zaya, the Rel, and the 4-man Yas. It's really thick. So I think that, again, Surdy, I think he's at an okay spot right here. I think you flash R. And you are Onat into here. And if Onat reacts, then he either goes here or here, and he's at least out of the fight, and you get this for free. You might go down, but you have a wall still to at least buy space for your team, and then you have Chime behind and Shaden. By letting Breezy be the one to dictate things, he finds the thickie, and then the fight's just over. It was a thickie. That's an ace, my friends. I think Surdy needs to be ambitious there, hop over, and pull the trigger. You can react to it, but at least he would buy space, and again, City dies for free in that scenario. The attempt on the Cozy, though, was ambitious because of the wind wall. But I still think that, like, we can split the fight here as Surdy. Like, City's dead on my screen right now. And if Onat flashes, then he flashes. So, I think Surdy being patient kind of was the oops. Hold on. How did Chime use this? So, Chime queued. Yeah, Chime didn't have a shit. Yep. Nice. The wall up from Surdy, and then the Q afterwards that buffered the ult from Yasuo. So they were able to get the kill. It's nice. It's well done. We still have FLYC on like all these waves early. I think AOE don't feel comfortable contesting the waves yet. Like they're still behind in this game. And then it's a nice play. So they start Baron off this. Bradley has no TP. Surdy has no TP. This is very aggressive. I was pretty amazed they took this flip. I guess it wasn't a flip, but I actually really like the pulling of the aggro again. They're buying time for Surdy to TP. So I appreciate FLYC waiting. I was surprised they played it this aggro. And Surdy's going to TP below. And then Chime's job is keep Citywoody out of the pit, but he twisted advance the headbutt and then flashes in the pit and he wins. He has Q smite, so he just wins. We're Q smiting. Yep. It's a good fight from FLYC afterwards, but a really nice twist advance from Citywoody, so mechanically he's actually able to get in the pit. FLYC still clean up. So like both Barons were just disasters from our teams, and this was clean from Cozy, by the way. We E'd to go here, and he calls it. Schneish. Shina Schnashty there, Koji. Little Schnashty. Still a 6 rubs team. And everyone's dead, so FLYC at least get inhibitor. And then we can reset for Hexel, which is AoEs. They did push a little bit too far. I would have not played for inhibitor there. I would have played for the Hexel timer. Because we get to live and AoE has Hexel. So that's an error for me for FLYC. And I think we had to replay this. I was bummed we missed this. Bradley did a really nice job of using his ult there to get out of Xayah ult again. We've seen this. And then Sejed has a monster fight. Sejed wins the game for him here. Surdy and Sejed play this fight really, really well. Yeah, really, really well done by Sejed. We're going to get a replay of this, so I'm just going to wait for the replay. And then that's game. I mean, honestly, a pretty close game one. We'll get a replay of the dragon fight. Yeah, I mean, again, I think like FLYC, they're here late, and Sejed's top. Wait, Sejed went top? Broski. How the fuck are we top here? What? Ha! Ha! That's not good. Ouch. I mean, that's just awkward. It's a nice ult from Bradley. The ult does instantly bait mobility ult. Mobility has to flash. The breezing gauge is fine, but it's a good exhaust on the Cozy. And Bradley ends up having a decent fight. Shaden does take a one-way trip. That flash from Sejed, though, is just so good, and this ult is so good. I know it gets canceled, but Surdy ult also really good this fight, because it just buys space for Sejed, and Sejed pilots this one nicely. Chime also sacking himself there was quite big. I know he's not a control ward, but just stalling Onat, it saves Sejed. Yeah, well played. Yeah, well played. Alright, what's up, boy? Game dose. This game gave me a headache. Okay. I do like AoE's draft. This is a AoE, they need the scale, right? We're against the C9 topside. Haha. It's Renekton Sejuani. And we see the Renekton Sej given over for Leona Zyra, which, to be fair, This was a 2-1 bull, yes. I really like this duo. I felt like this was the duo that was defining the meta early in the split. So this is a strong pairing. It's really hard to win bot lane 3v3s against Leona Zyra. Because Leona, they're both so strong early, and Leona passive always can get procced by Zyra blinds pretty much. And you put Jhin on top of that too. Like, the amount of control you have this game is quite big. And I really like the Jhin pick, because we're all short range and diving. And yes, Jin's pretty vulnerable to Kai'Sa, but Ornn, Jhin, and Renekton is a winning scenario, guys. I really want teams to start figuring this out. Renekton should not be able to move in fights against Ornn, Jhin, Leona, Zyra. Renekton should not be able to function. And that's exactly what happened this game. I think FlyQuest didn't use their priority well enough to find angles, but this is a really hard game for Renekton to play for me. Like, we're really vulnerable to some of the champs that we have on our screen. And if played correctly, we should completely stymie the front line of FLYC, which AOE ended up doing. So we do sack early game. You don't really have a winning lane here as AOE. Your best lane is going to be bot, and even that's not fantastic. But it really is about getting to the stage where Ornn's bigger than Renekton. We have more frontline here as AOE just with Ornn when we go late. And then we should be able to have Corki Jhin, like, buy them enough space for them to actually do work. And that's exactly what happens. So, I like this draft from AOE. I really want to see more Renekton answers. I feel like Renekton should not be B1. And Renekton says, like, it is really strong. And they blitz Cozy in the top side. Like, they fucked this guy's day. But if we can't win this game with this pick, then, like, man, what are we going to do? Oh, do we see runes, by the way? No runes. That's actually a bummer. I like seeing runes. Alright. City is starting top. It is first strike on Onat, which I find interesting. I think it makes the lane phase even harder here. I was also kind of curious that Cozy started W. I thought this was a Q matchup. And you just sack the wave for Ornn. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Because Surdy is cooking this guy. Alright, so winning trade bot. Nice. City Woody is here. Double nice. We can't really dive, though. Meanwhile, topside, Surdy gets a 4-wave crash for Shade in the 5 camps to get here, and he gets fucked. Surdy takes one more tower shot. Very well played. Very well played. Yeah, Surdy immediately fighting the wave. He keeps Conqueror up. As long as he keeps Conqueror up, he wins. And he's going to pull the wave and freeze it. Cozy overreaches, and he dies. I don't know if Surdy needed the flash here, but if Cozy gets W back up, then he can die, so I'm fine with it. And Cozy's down TP, and that's a solo kill, and this lane is over. Good luck, have fun, Ornn. Ooh, Surdy was posturing to base here? Curious. Because for me, we know that Zyra started topside, and we just saw Zyra finish up Raptors, so I think that Surdy should be able to continue to shove out this wave. Because we have info right here. Yeah. So I think Surdy hitting B. Like, he can TP back and hold the wave, but then he decides to get it all in. I think... Oh, okay. Never mind. He's just trimming. Oh, so he trimmed a couple, and then he's going to base and TP back? Okay. I mean, maybe got an item off that. I don't know. I mean, either way, this line's cooked. Yeah, we're just going to fight. W is down. I mean, I think Surdy should have eaten. I'm gonna be honest. Probably not. I mean, either way. Big Force, free grubs. Honestly, I think Shaden should have dropped this other grub and gone on top right now. Because Cozy's dead on my screen. He doesn't have 6. I think Shaden should have been on that dive. I think he's fucking dead. Instead, it's spotted, and it just... Okay, never mind. This is too free. They don't even wait for the Sejuani full combo. They just send it. City's gotta be careful, too. I know Surdy's no flash, but Shaden could actually... I think Shaden... Does Shaden have a Q? Why don't we Q flash City Woody right here? Dude, he's dead. He's dead on my... If City Woody gets Q flashed, he's dead on my screen. Maybe it's because Corky's missing. Okay, yeah, Corky was hovering up. This is why. Don't listen to Cubby. Leona's mid. This is all they get. Don't listen to Cubby. Oh. We don't talk about it. Okay. We also don't talk about it. I forgot about this. Oh, shit. It ends up working, by the way. We never talk about anything. Chime's no flash. Breezy hits it. I think Chime should have kept on walking the turret. I do think he's dead. The reason why is that you pull Leona further into the turret. So, like, maybe we get a world where there's a second tower shot that hits on Breezy, which I don't think it makes the difference, but I do think he's dead there. So. Ouch. Alright, so we're spotted top. But it's not quite as big. We can ult the wave. Well played, Cozy. Well played here from bot side too. Stred going with tree. Nice deadly flourish here from Mobility. Mobility had a nice game. I think Mobility got Pog and I would have had it be Breezy, but it was a good game for Mobility. I think Shaden might have been able to hold flash there, by the way. It just doesn't matter. Top is so fucking over. It's so funny. So, some power though for AoE's bot lane. Like they're playing this okay. Surdy gets a super crash. Cozy can pick up some of that wave. I wonder if he freezes that or not. He could keep that wave by himself. No, he doesn't. Okay. Let me send Surdy back up top. This is where I start to disagree a little bit with FLYC. I want them to send... I think that, like, the rotation we have now we broke a turret, right? I think that we send bot mid, and then we have Surdy down here, and we just threaten to dive whoever shows up. And we can put Yone up here. And just have Yone kind of fuck off. Because Dragon was just taken too. Surdy TP is coming up. We'll have it for Rift. We'll have everything up for Rift. Also, like, second grubs are down, so I just want Surdy to be able to take turrets. If I'm FLYC, the last thing I want to do is have the Renekton go back to the dead lane. So I would have coordinated a swap here for FLYC. TL would have swapped, guys. That's my new motto. TL would have swapped. I'm just going to start saying that on all my VoD reviews. Yeah, I think you want to get out of this lane state. I want Yone in a side lane. I want my Kai'Sa mid. Because then not Kai'Sa can like really stretch the map and really fuck with both sides. And I don't want Renekton here. Renekton's not doing anything here. If he's bot, he's getting plates. And he's... Yeah. Alright, that said, we have a fight taken by AOE and Cozy TPs, which is answered by Surdy. Well, it's kind of taken by AOE. City Witty is the target of the FlyQuest mid jungle support duo, in which he gets one tapped. Well played. Shading goes down. Bradley almost goes down. Well played. Nice play. I mean, it's a 3-for-1. Now we have Surdy bot, so like by taking that play, I think AOE gave FLYC the lanes they actually want. Top wave's crashing. City Wave's gonna clean it up. 2 more plates go over to Surdy. Surdy has 8 plates. Are you color or play-by-play? I am color caster. I was on this series too, if you go watch it. We just go over the VoDs. I'm actually glad you asked for the roles. I always chuckle when, like, you know, there's always like the salty Reddit thread, like, oh, this caster should be on instead of this caster, and they, like, fuck up the roles. It's kind of funny. I don't know what FlyQuest are doing here. Again, we're sending Renekton to the dead lane. What the fuck? Oh, it's just the post fight. What are we doing? Why did Bradley walk mid? Go top! Holy shit! I guess we want to go bot because Surdy TP'd? Okay, hold on. I found the answer. This is still bad though. Like, this is where I think TL is really based for just refusing to play melee mids, because we can clear waves if we play off wave with double TP. I know it's not an APA specialty, but like, also, why did Surdy go mid? I mean, I know it's the last turret to get. We give him this. Like, you totally open yourself up to this angle, and this is really bad. Like, even if you kill mobility, it's not worth it. You're gonna die. Whereas I think you can legitimately flash out and live here. This is really bad. I don't agree with any of this. I think that it's like, for me, there's an ONAT TP, so I guess they could answer Rift. Like, I don't care about Rift. Like, the last thing I want to do is send Renekton to the dead lane. Like, if it let them take Rift and then just play, like, to take 2 turret spot, you have 6 grubs. And I think the collapse mid is, like, the opposite of what we should be doing. We should be shoving mid and then collapsing into other lanes. Or dropping mid and hovering other lanes. Two cover casters on and no play-by-play. Well, you know, I know tier 3, they're trying to find the right subs for Hawk and Grapes being Audi 5000 at certain points. I know it's Grapes who has most of the issue with a really cool opportunity. I'm happy for Grapes. That was a disrespectful Ignite from Chime, but therefore I respect it a lot. See, like, this is a scenario where I know bot goes down here. Why aren't we diving ONAT? Like, we just used all of our shit. I think that we dive ONAT on this wave. We at least get his flash out, and then we get turret next wave. No? Or we forced AOE to respawn. I think the hover mid was bad. I actually want to continue to play bot, just dive, and then just go from there. Kind of glad we aren't getting replays, guys. I can see the resets. All right. I mean, again, I want Bradley here in this scenario. I want to play away from this-ish. I know it spawns soon, and we'd have to burn a TP. I'm okay with that. We have 6 grubs. Like, I think that this Drake is actually really... This Drake's actually like really useful for FLYC. I'm going to be honest. Okay. I'm a bit less salty. I am salty about this. This I don't get this at all. What I want to see here from FLYC in this comp is give River and pinch them here. I think in this setup, if we're going to play through bot, you let them walk in, and then you pinch. That's the move. So we're giving up bot turret as AOE. That's fine. They're behind. But like the fact that we aren't trying to wrap around and actually give this space, I think that we give this space. If AOE walk in here, they all die. So Shaden going now doesn't make sense to me. Like, yes, it misses, but like we have flash on City Witty. I think if this hits City Witty, to be fair, he gets one shot, but also Breezy can just step in front and then eat this at least. I do think City Witty gets one shot. But I don't like this fight. I want to give them River because we want to have angles. If we don't have angles against this, we're fucked. And FlyQuests don't really play to give angles. I think that you let them walk in. Because this fight gets really shitty. If I'm not mistaken for FLYC. Like, we don't get enough off of our timers, and we are strong right now, and we have to finish this game off quick. Because this comp like turbo out scales. I actually think this game is like somewhat close right now. I do think FLYC's ahead. But in about 5-10 minutes, if they don't expand this gold lead, this game's close. And now, like, when they walk in, it's a really nice buffer from Breezy. It's really, really nice from Breezy. We get free kill. Bradley is not being very useful here. So, again, like, once I see Onat dash up, like, I should be ER as Bradley. ER. And then if that hits, Onat dies, by the way. So, yeah. I don't like to get Drake. It's kind of nasty, though. And not in a good way. I don't know. This is poor from FLYC. So props to AOE, they get the fight they want, and props to FLYC. I don't see the deploy necessarily, but this is good. Like this is what I want to see FLYC doing. Mids in. We can threaten TP with Bradley. We overload side, and we kill Onat. He burned flash in this scenario too. It's a bad flash from Onat. Not the best flash in the world. And now we're actually able to like get control, take some camps. This is all good. We drop Herald. Find a nice trade of oh, actually City Witty didn't flash. Good job, City Witty. I guess Kaisa can't really jump in here. I don't mind mobility open up here either. Yeah. While it's going on though, we're buying time and space for Bradley, so good job FLYC. It's a good recovery, and Bradley gets a little something something. This was also, I mean, I don't really know what Bradley's doing here. I know he's on a ward. Like, he's trying to scout. Really nice buffer, but even better from Breezy to chase. Like, that buffer from Breezy was awesome. It's a second buffer in a row Breezy's hit. It's been, like, really, really, really good. It's really good Leona play. Space the Q too, gets a flash. Now we get easy Cozy R. Cozy R is probably too much of a commit, honestly. So nice pick on a Bradley. They do lose a lot for this. So they lose 2 winners. I like this response from FLYC. I think Bradley did buy enough time. But at least AOE like able to kind of make some plays. They get some waves in. It's not terrible. And nice open up on a knot. I mean, we're showing on 2 waves here. And yeah, Chime goes pretty hard. It's freebie. There's not like the thing here is that there's absolutely nothing for FLYC to take. They already took both inners. So there's plenty of time for AOE to like respond to this. These picks end up being really valuable, especially before Drake. I don't think we need to play this in as FLYC. Like, if anything, we can reset. Like, we can just throw down wards and reset off these 2 waves. And then get more wards. And then come back and defend our vision. It's really not bad. That's one option. I think we just walked out, though. Okay, yeah, we pretty much just walked out of base. I mean, we just sit our asses on the vision. After they get the waves, I mean, we can try and find an angle. If they show on the next waves, we kill their asses. I think playing that wave in was an oops. Like, again, we're playing into what AOE wants. They are playing with their range under a turret. And FLYC has no way to deal with turrets. Unless they kill people or they're, like, solo. So, Onat's responding to top wave, and that isn't off to sack the next Drake. I like this from AOE. AOE don't need to fight. Like, for me, this is an even game at this point. We have an LDR from mobility. Like it a lot. Very useful against 3 of the champs. I don't know. I just feel like that one mid-game rotation for FLYC was so troll. Like, we lost so much tempo off that. Wow, wow, wow. Another really nice buffer from Breezy here. And I don't know, like, we throw over shit in a Leona here. And an Ornn. And it doesn't work for me. Zyra ult is so valuable. And like, these are the fights I'm talking about. Where... Oh, it's a little bit unlucky for Surdy. Surdy got airborne, so he wasn't able to chain the stone on the Onat. If they do find Onat, I think it's winning. Unironically. So he loses his flash for nothing. And then Sejed gets back to try and get mobility, but can't get it. And he's going to die. Almost. Like, I mean, these fights are just disastrous from FLYC. I don't know. I know that's, like, unlucky from Surdy, but again, we're giving AoE the front to back on their terms. And, like, our engage, like, we're throwing our engage tools into the tanks. Like, for what? Like, Shaden at least finds Onat, but Onat has flash. Sejed can't follow up right away. Honestly, if Sejed follows up right away, it might be doable. Surdy did stun up Leona to get the kill. I don't like that. I also don't see a Surdy dash. I think that there might be a world where if Sejed goes over the wall with Surdy, it's winnable. No. I don't really have any thoughts here. It's fine. Like, it's a good pick on a Breezy, but their health bars are so bad they can't do anything else. They get the last inner. And again, like, I think this game's, like, pretty much AoE favored at this point. Like, 5k gold FLYC this time doesn't matter that much. And look at what we can do to Renekton as Zyra Orange in. Enjoy the game. Goodbye. Just space. We fucking space him, man. All we're doing is spacing his ass. Yeah, like, again, like, this target that Bradley picks, like, it's... Well, we're hoping that Jim walks into it, maybe. It's not good. We're spread out as AoE. I mean, I think, if anything, this is just another reach. Like, this is my thing, too, like, for FlyQuest. I was complaining about this on the cast. We're playing into AoE's hands by playing mid like this. Like, we need to be playing out our sides as Yone Renekton, and then using the side prio we get to actually collapse on AoE and force them to have angles. FlyC is going to win out on the series of events for more of attrition, but I really don't like this approach. Because I think we're setting up for the win con that AoE wants. I'm curious if AoE can play this better. Like, find these Surdies, like, trying to find an angle, you know? Like, Surdy literally just being here wins them the fight. Or wins them the dragon. That, and they chain ult Cozy, which is quite nice. Cozy has no ult, so easy fine. And then Surdy just gets the threat. And they actually had an angle, and they got the kill and forced him out, you know? Because they can't overcommit onto FlyC frontline, because if they do, Surdy's there. So that's really good. And then we go straight to the Baron, we threaten it, and then we find City Woody. This is really good. This is a really good series from FlyC. Well, Shaden actually waited at the wall. I mean, they spotted Chime walking in, but they didn't see Shaden. It's so free. Wow, it's really good. I see from Breezy. He's able to flash out. FlyC, push. They find mobility, and then that's Baron. Good job, FlyC. That was a nice series from them. I know I've been bitching and moaning a little bit about them. I expect a lot out of this team. They won that split. They are better than this. Let's see their Baron. We have TP on Surdy. I would have liked if Surdy cleaned up bot wave here. I think it's kind of like AoE can't pull the trigger, but for me, Surdy gets a reasonable TP in this scenario. And I do think that at least playing 3 waves or setting them up is nice, because then you can always change up your lanes by, like, I know bot's a slow push, but it would be a lot further up on the map for FlyQuest to try and go to if they wanted to rotate to it. So then they'd have 2 options. Instead of playing a narrow 4-1, I think, again, with this comp, you want to stretch the map. So I would have set up a 1-1-3 or like a 1-3-1. Probably 3-1-1 with the waves. I'd have Surdy on the low wave. And then probably keep Bradley mid. Set, like, go 3-1-1 into 4-1 or 4-0-1. As Chime gets snagged. Nice. Good follow-up from mobility, too. Yeah, Chime just insta-dies. Quite nice. So, again, like, we're stacked. And it's tough. Good base defense from Zyra. Yeah, it kills the Baron. And again, like, because bot wave isn't set up, it's not like we can, like, play around this. Like, well, if that play's happening and Surdy sees this loss, he could, like, go bot, at least crash a wave into the turret, like, get some grub damage on it. Not the case. So they just get bot wave in and just give the gold over. It be whatever. Yeah.
Timing could be great, but like you said, coming.
Hey, what's up, Kryra? Thanks for the follow. All right, so FlyQuest doing their best to... I don't mind this fish on the City Woody. I really don't. I think it's the right person to catch. Doesn't hit, though. City saves Flash, so good Flash discipline from City Woody. And then Surdy gets caught by Jinorn and Leona. He's chunked. Frontline is way better for AoE. Cozy does a nice job this fight with Breezy. Like, again, this frontline's so good. So he removes Smite, and it's Cloud Soul, and it's really hard to take now if you're FlyQuest. Mid falls. No contest. FLYC going to reset fast to get back on the map. I do like the call from them in the back half. Yeah, I really feel like Jin Orn is pitch like playable in the Renekton. All right, so now FLYC is trying the split push strategy. So we got Bradley. He takes an inhib. He can't win against the Ornn. Cozy's trying to play the wave. He ends up losing his flash to Bradley ult, but then Bradley gets collapsed upon. And everything kind of falls apart here. Again, Bradley has no ult, and I think his flash out here kind of signals his demise, so he's just trying to buy as much time as he can. And Baron's being started. This time they get City Witty's flash, and they do get the Baron. But Chime goes down. Really nice shots from mobility. Getting Sajed there is really nice. Then Shaden gets caught. Maybe it should have been Merc Treads for Shade in this game. Did he go Treads? Oh, he did go Treads. I'm trolling. Yeah, frontline needs Treads this game. Damn, through Treads. Still gets Chucky fuckied like that. That sucks. And then AoE win just off that. That timer's too long. Good job, AoE. I mean, I think they played out their comp decently. The early game was not good, but the way that they were able to turtle as this comp, it's doable. When you have like Jin, Corki, Ornn, you can see my hair. I'm a bit tilted. They did a nice job. My hair would be wild in this. Here's the damage graph, if anyone's curious. So, not bad. Anyway, game FLYC. City Witty Hecarim. Right. Whoa, it's Cubby ×2. Hell yeah, it is. Dr. Professor Sergeant Mr. J. This is going to be the last one I do, though. We're wrapped after this for the stream. I'll save the other two NACL streams for another day, and I have some work to do for NACL still.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't have the camera on.
I did not have the camera on. Sorry, Rafa. You chose the wrong moment. All right, new game. FLYC taking away Karthus and Akali again, and then denying a Jinx comp. I was talking about Jinx maybe being a pick for Sajed. They take a Demolition duo with an Ivern into Talia and Varus. I really, really like Ziggs into Talia Varus showing. And I think Ivern's really good right now. We have Bard Poppy to protect the Rakan. Again, keep in mind it's Fearless, so a lot of Rakan answers are not available. But Hecarim taken. Hecarim can really attack this duo, so I don't mind the Hecarim pick. You can also ramp on Ivern. But Blitz is a really good pick. I think it's really important to pick Hecarim. As it, like, you need to get picks onto Hecarim if you want to win. Blitz is very good at that. And Shime was really, really big this game. And then Surdy set up for a Jace pick with these two events. And then it is Cassante into the chase. I was kind of hoping for, like... I actually don't know what I was hoping. I thought it was going to be Gragas. I think I said Gragas on the cast. I think Gragas would have been okay, but it sounds like you could at least catch blitz hooks, which is decently valuable. All right, so FLYC are going to overload top to make sure that Surdy gets a good start in this lane. Oh, we have runes, yeah. I like this for Shaden. I think this is a good setup, actually. I don't like cashback unless you have to rush boots, which you do on Vern, so I think this is the right setup. Fleet and ability haste for Surdy on the Jace pick. They're not going to be applying grass. We took Aftershock. Phase rush, Hecarim. Airy, you do have some options as Talia. I think that they're... Yeah, this is fine. FLYC's Ivern comps, what teams should do in LCS more? Yeah, I think Vern's really nice, especially like hiding blitz. As its augment, and then this for Blitzcrank. We're just taking the move speed shit. And a Time Warp Tonic, that's ballistic. I actually really like the pots. And that's here. Red Tree for Breezy. I like Red Tree. I like Zombie War, though. That's just me. Yeah, okay, everything else is fine. All right. Top to bot for the Vern and the Hecarim. It's a nice level 1 from Surdy. You can start W, and if Cozy goes to hit the wave, then you should just W him. I think Surdy didn't play this quite as aggro as he maybe wanted to or could. It's like, for me, if you have a Cozy shield in, then you just pop Jace W and you walk him down. Regardless, though. So he's pulling the waves, so he's going to get a 3-wave crash. Nice buffer from Bradley. And mobility and Breezy able to get out. Crab spawn. First one goes to City. Right, Shaden's going to try and contest the Raptor respawn, which I appreciate. He has some time until he can get that crab, and he's saving his smite, so he's trying to maybe get the camp away from the Hecarim, which is not going to be the case. And then support's walked up too. And you still have timers here. So, use this timer to kind of fuck with Cozy a little bit. And then City ends up coming up here. And I didn't like this play from City. I can see the idea. I don't think they win. It's a nice flash from Cozy, and Surdy guesses wrong. So they end up winning. I was surprised about this. I think Surdy misplayed this, actually. What Surdy should do, and like if City can be here. Like, keep in mind, where we saw him on Raps, we know that Krugs are next. City can 100% be here. What should have happened here is when this root hits, Surdy flash Q autos. So that the flash response doesn't come in. Instead, we flash auto Q. We take the root, we flash auto Q. If we Q auto, it's winning. And then Surdy just guesses wrong in the flash. And they get out. That's really big. Anyways, they kind of get out. This gets a little messy. I think they expect Tech to be there, but they thought they would win regardless. I think if it's mechanically played well, they do. But Surdy misplayed that one for me. Again, if he flashed Q autos, then it's a dead. But instead, you took the Ivern route, autoed, and then Q'd. And that made sure that Cassante was able to flash out. Whereas if you just Q during the route, you cannot flash out and Cozy dies. So, anyway. Touchdown to set me free. I think it's worth saying that Onat is a Talia player. A good, decent Talia player. I think Onat's best chance for like Ari Gragas. This feels so good for Hack. Yes, it does. The big thing though is that Hacker just cannot get blitz hooked. This all for me from Bradley is just it's early. Like he gets hit in the 30. I think we're trying to alley-oop in the 30 queue, but there's no flash for 30. And then I hate this from like Bradley going here is really bad for me. Like this is a completely split fight. We have two fronts, right? If we go here, or like Bradley just holds, they either have to walk into blitz and like we wait for blitz queue. Bradley forcing here. A, he kind of sets this up, which is not good for him. So he's going to take a lot of damage. And B, these two have 6. And there are there's no flash on Surdy. Like Surdy just fucking dies from this. There's no chance Surdy has to play the game from here. And then Bradley doesn't get anything done and he dies too. I mean, yeah, if he gets reset on the Onat, it's one thing. But I think if Bradley doesn't jump there and they just hold the formation, it's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty terrible start for FlyQuest. This was a bad jump. Yeah, that should not have gone AoE's way. I'm 100% with you. Yeah, I think, again, if Bradley holds with the team, I think it's fine. Yeah, FLYC did not play well today. Now, this ended up being a nice save from Shaden. So, Shaden's camps after this, he had wraps prepped, and then he worked towards topside. This way is good for Surdy. I mean, they can make this play for sure. Shaden being here was big. City does not have ult, so. Nor does Cozy. I actually don't like City showing here. I don't like City showing here, actually. I think that they should... I think if anything, you can hover. I think there's no way you kill Jace. And I think I would hover and try and play for Drake. Instead, they play long. How did Onat get stopped? Oh no, Onat jumped. Yeah. No ult on City. I don't think there's any way you kill. On the bright side, Surdy actually is in decent shape up here after it's all said and done. Like, Surdy's low-key chilling. The hack room's fed as fuck, though. So that's a problem. And free Drake. I didn't want City to go for the top play, because I think if you sit there, escort the wave in, and get base, then you get the Drake faster. And I think that's the right call. That said, Drake taken. And they find Sejed. And mobility saves barrier until after blitz ult, which is good. Sejed walking up here is a bit of an oops. They have Chime. I mean, he's walking with Chime. So it's a bit nitpicky. Like, this is champ specific. But I think we let Chime check. Also, while this is going on, Bradley did walk into Breezy. But yeah, it's a double kill bot. Yeah, it does kind of suck to be Ivern. All your lanes imploded. Shit happens. Oops. I'm bad on the controls. Sejed has TP, so we can join. He's going to be ahead of mobility. I thought this fight was going to be okay for AoE, because AoE was first in the play. Nice cancel here from Chime. He really delays Breezy's W. And I think that actually ends up being quite good. I thought Chime played this well. Like, the Power Fist onto Rakan into the silence. It really delays the combo from Breezy. As it was good. But it bought a lot of space for FLYC. And then mobility was on the way, but Jet CP gets him here first. And it's kind of hard for mobility to walk in, especially when your wall is like that. This ends up being okay for FLYC. And they just lean on their poke. So the split pattern is really good. They split the grubs overall. Yep. I think Chime honestly like played that quite well. I thought that fight looked okay for AoE. It's just Sujed TP, and then Chime delaying was quite good. Nice. This is a really nice hammer from Surdy, by the way. It's on the back half of the W. It's gonna look a little bit goofy. You can see the hammer there. I think it hit him away from Chime. Honestly, not quite. Oh, the knockup was eaten by Cassante. Okay. Flash out. Cozy forced out. Bradley forced out. Honestly, I mean, I like when my Triss gets gold, but Jace being ahead is also I'm a fan of. And Triss is fine right now. Still Kraken for Bradley. I'm a bit surprised by that. I think that Bork should just replace Kraken on this patch at least. We'll see about the next patch. I think next patch can be back to Kraken. They're nerfing Bork. And that's a nice hook. I mean, this is a guess off that auto. Just kind of nasty. Rift Herald is trolling. Nice Shock Blast 30. Good catch, Shelly. Just get Breezy Flash. Report Rift Herald. They do get Rift off that, and their tempo is really good, though. Attach to predict, yeah. Their tempo, like, a FLYC tempo off that's really good, so it's a really good play for FLYC. But we'll see what happens for the Dragon. FLYC just got all their waves in, though, so really well played. We were on discipline early game. We ended up picking up some discipline throughout this one as Chime. It's a fresh word from mobility. It should have been spotted, honestly. Also, I see a vision plant here. I'm not sure if this vision plant just spawned. Oh, it did just spawn. See that? That shit just spawned. Wow. I mean, I think if that shit's up when he drops the ward in the pit, I'm pretty sure that he hits that, and they might find mobility, but not the case. Instead, they trade supports. Kill goes to Ziggs. Trade up. I like this from FLYC. Just, like, Chime's the way that they break. Like, they can break the AoE formation, so he goes down, and they just fuck off. And then this was bad from Surdy. Like, how long have we been playing with these heralds where, like, people know that if you take an aggressive one, you can set up behind? So he just dies. That was quite bad. I don't know if that was a misclick or not, but that was bad. It might have been a misclick. If it was, then we just ram it into the wall, or I could call it a day instead. Into the turret, and into the gray screen. Sujed had ult. I'm really surprised that Sujed didn't fish. We should be fishing on an Onat here, no? Like, Onat flash, shouldn't we R? Alright, missed opportunity. Do you think you got tilted watching his top laner do that? I got a little bit tilted watching that top laner do that. But it's no excuse for not playing correctly. Yeah, no, you laugh it off. You laugh it off, and then you talk about it afterwards, for sure. But yes, it is a little bit of a tilter, you know? Died in a pretty dumb way. It still ends up being turrets, though, for FLYC, so we're still using Ziggs. So I like this. Just gonna be better. I think Cozy and Cassante like just show up so slow. And then Cozy drops that wave, and we just end up getting nothing on this wave. Like, FLYC is first like every wave. Ziggs does not have prio against, or Varus does not have prio against Ziggs. Cassante does not have prio against Jace or Tristana. Onat kind of has to catch on Talia. Like, we're kind of forced just like eating shit in sides and then praying we get picks like this with Hecarim. City does a really nice job of buffering Buster shots with Heck ult. He does it here. So it's kind of hard to see from Bradley. He's going to jump in R. You can see the R here. And it's buffered. Yep, really well done. City's a good Hecarim player. He's like a long time damage Hecarim player on the ladder. So I was not surprised to see a game 3 City Hecarim. He is a Hecarim Rengar connoisseur. And his Karthus was getting banned, which makes sense. I wonder what his brand's like. Kind of fits the City champs. $20 seconds for Drake. We're here early. Really good flick from Onat. It's on a ward. So let's see if we have the ability to clear this ward. We have a sweeper on Ivern and a pink on Blitz. And pinks on Ivern and Jace. So sweep. We get Breezy. We kill the control ward. Or, yeah, we kill the control ward. Keep in mind, the sweep's on Ivern. So, Shaden's the one that has to find the sweep. I don't know if Shaden swept his way in. That could have been the case. Either way. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's just too late. Yeah, Bradley doesn't react to that one. That's beautiful. Canceled. Bradley did not have his best game. So that's a great engage here from AOE. Meanwhile, Cozy was found. So Cozy was one shot. But Shaden's kind of chilling. He almost broke vision. Not the case. Good ult from Sajed to stop the push from AOE, but it's a 2-for-1 in AOE's favor at the moment. Again, really good start to the fight from Onat. Chime also had a good start, but we trade up. And Chime walks really far up here. This was... I actually think that, like... This could have been doable. Also, Surdy doesn't flash the Grand Entrance, so he gets full comboed. I mean, if he does, then I think he's cooked. This is just... Yeah, this is risky. I'm with you. I think the scaling for FLYC is quite good. I do think FLYC outscales this game, for sure. We got Triss, Ziggs, Ivern, Jace. I like our chances. We should make Rakan useless late game. We should, like, Talia should not be as useful. Hecarim should be squishier and, like, he's poppable if we get to, like, super late game. I will say Chemsol on Hecarim is quite good. So I can understand trying to push for that, but yeah, that was too much. Again, really nice play from City Witty. He gets around the vision here. FlyQuests are holding the top side. They don't have a ward behind them. And the engage and the angles from Onat, really good. Nice ult from mobility. It traps up Bradley. He gets one tapped. Really nice there. Good W reaction for Cozy, too. That was fogged. It's so funny seeing how starved this Cassante is, though. This poor guy. Problem with AoE's comp is Heck dies, the game becomes a lot harder. Yeah, I think they're like team fight. I mean, they're very alt reliant, and they are vulnerable to poke. Like Onat can't heal poke. Mobility has lifesteal now, which is good, but Cassante, Hecarim kind of vulnerable. It just depends on if camps are up yet or not. But FLYC can like kind of dominate the waves. I think that AoE needed a little bit more proactive wave clear. Like, when you take Talia, you're kind of accepting that like you're going to be sack side against Trist. Meaning, like when you bust out in the side lanes, it's just really tough to contest Trist Brio. Do you think if AoE had Onat at the beginning of the season, they would be in playoff contention? I don't know. They've had so many weird rosters. I don't think Onat's like a game breaker for them. And as much flame and as Cubby got, like as many games as Cubby like did kind of lose for them, he did also win some games for them. I don't know. This team had other issues too. Like, yeah, this team had other issues. Okay, so they bullied him off track with the poke. Oh god, Sujet's fed. I didn't use that enough this series. City taking the solo queue approach. Yeah, that is what he plays. Good golf swing there from Surdy. And then flash for flash from Chime. That's a trade up. X flash against no flash Onat. Playing better than NXI. It's a small sample size, but I would agree. Oh shit, I'm tired, guys. I hit a wall. I'm glad it's my last one. I do think this game's like a little bit boring. Again, I think AoE just have to catch like every single side wave, and it's really hard. Nice. Trying to get mobility flash too. And like while they catch all these waves, like I mean, Chime's just making plays. Like, he's just denying shit. It's really good. Also, I really like the Swifties. I feel like you get some value with Swifties this game. Against Global Red Buff, there's more value. Against Talia, there's value. Against Hecarim, there can be value. You go faster in the fear if you're running away. It's good. But the real value on Blitz is that your W. You can be more audacious with your W just because you get slow to the back half of your W, and Swifties helps decrease that, which is nice. Good try in a mobility here. All right. Dragon spawning. FlyQuests are going to bluff the Baron. It's at half. And it's gone. Yeah, this is bad. Like, again, it's really tough for them to play waves. You don't want to face check Blitzcrank. And Onat mobility do not have flash, so I don't blame them for not walking in here. I think Cozy needed to be here a wave earlier to help him walk in. Cozy can't take this wave top. I think Cozy bases after this wave, and we TP in, and then we can play off from there. I think that's a mistake. We cannot walk into Blitz. Cozy has to be the one that leads the charge. So playing one extra wave actually just creates a free Baron. I mean, well played by FLYC, but it's pretty big oopsie from AOE. Onat tries to hit the angle here. Hey, Duke, one shot to shy. Onat hits the angle for sure. Nice ult from Cozy. The flash R ends up shutting down Sujed and he can't flash out. And then again, another pulsar shot eaten by City Woody's R. Quite nice. Nice flick, too. City is isolated. Really nice Q from Shaden. Sorty does get a big shutdown. That's quite good. Jace with gold obviously is very good. And then Chemsol is up. And we port in. Really well done by Surdy. I appreciate the attempt from AoE. There's no spine in them now, so they have to give. Good port from Surdy. And we lose it in the end. So, Surdy doesn't feel comfortable to walk up and DPS this. Because the dragon's like too close. I think that the change I'd make is I think that Shaden, looking back, should actually try and sneak through here while Talia cooldowns are down. Because then Surdy might be able to auto it a little bit more easily. But Surdy he doesn't flash this. I think Surdy has to flash this. He takes too much damage from it. And he flashes afterwards, and then Shading gets forced out, and Chemsoul does go over to AoE. TP, though, from Bradley, and they're able to clean up. It's a good TP from Bradley. So at least get one, and they can finish up the push with Baron, by the way, and take this. So this TP from Bradley was really good. I was a bit surprised they played for the inhib. Thought it was maybe a wee bit greedy, but they did get away with it, so... Alright, so they go get Chime. And Chime's free. The carries get out, so it's not bad. So Bradley gets top in, and they keep 30 mid. I think another hard part about this game is that, like, usually, like, in a 6-5, like a 5-6 scrub game, I didn't talk about this. These two can really pressure sides with Ziggs holding down the fort. It's really hard to do that against Hacker and Talia. So I do think that's, like, one nice aspect of AoE's comp, even if I'm kind of complaining they have to catch. FLYC can never, like, reach for turrets because you will get collapsed on. And this is nice because they have a pocket top, and mobility finds a really nice engage here. And this is... yeah, this is really nice. So Bradley gets one shot. Well played mobility. Cozy gets chunked, but Chemsoul is nice in this scenario, you know? We're keeping people alive. Oh, nice Q from Shaden. Wow, he predicted the W. I missed that on cast. Woo! That's nice. And he got like over the wall that way. That was really nice. And he hits another one on Breezy. This was deep. This got really weird as FlyQuest. So they have 2 super creeps on the base, and Surdy's going to TP in. But I think this was a little bit deep. If I'm FlyQuest, I just want to keep the play pattern and let the minions do the work. Yeah. So I think this is a reach. Also, Sajed ends up getting caught by City Witty, who did wrap around. So they just kind of lost track of City Witty. There's not a ward in this brush. It's control ward, and City wraps around and finds Sajed when they push too far. Again, if they keep the play pattern, I actually think it's okay for them. But City, like, gets on Sajed for free. And now it's like, how many pores can we stop? So Surdy's getting some work done. Like, Vern's doing work. Or Vern's just going to get Verned. Chime tries to deny the Varus base, which he does, but he dies for it. And then Surdy just cannot win against Donat. So it ends up being quite bad. And everyone's dead a minute before Elder. So FLYC, I mean, again, FLYC, like, this is pretty tough. If we keep the play pattern and pull out the bot wave, it's good. Now, unfortunately, AOE made the mistake that a lot of our teams like to make, which is they took Baron instead of Elder. I think what AOE needs to do is they just need to reset and hard play for Elder Instead, they split. They take Baron. They're late to the Elder, so FLYC actually gets in here and is able to set up with Ziggs. If they stick to the Elder immediately, FLYC isn't able to set up, and maybe they can take it with the man advantage they have. Instead, FLYC stalls out enough to get everyone up. And now we have a flip of a fight with Ziggs poke existing, with Jay's poke existing for an elongated period of time. Really like what Chime's doing here. They're trying to drag the dragon to the other side of the pit, which they do successfully, so they're stalling it out. That's really good. AoE's fucked. From that point on, AoE's fucked. AoE taking the Baron was a mistake. They should hard commit to the Elder. And then Mobility had no flash from the last engage. Cozy's low. Usually Cozy needs to hold the door here. And Cozy does not hold the door here. So Mobility falls. City gets one-tapped, and it's game. And it's still not very clean, but it's game. Yes, I agree, Dr. Professor, Mr. Sergeant. If you have Elder, the map is, like, even more yours than Baron if you walk around as 5. Like, you just cannot be touched. Breezy's trying to cut the wave. Props to him. That is the right call, but Ziggs happens, and that's the game. Very sloppy 2-1 from FLYC. See, I'm a bit animated from that. Fun times. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in to the VoD reviews, guys. We're halfway through NACL for the week, but I'm wrapped on the stream for the day. Of course, you guys are seeing this on YouTube afterwards. So if so, feel free to drop a like, comment, and or a sub if you enjoyed the content. And follow me everywhere on CubbyXX, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube here. Anyway, thanks so much again.